Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn and Grow. I'm Amanda and I'm joined by Alex. Today we're talking about something that's getting a lot of buzz lately, dopamine. Alex, have you ever thought about how this tiny chemical affects so many aspects of our lives?
Hi Amanda and hi listeners. Honestly, I didn't realize how much dopamine influences us until recently. It's often called the feel-good chemical, but it's more than just that, right?
Exactly. Dopamine plays a huge role in motivation, reward, and even forming habits. Every time you scroll through your phone or eat your favorite snack, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. It's like a tiny reward system designed to keep us going.
That's so fascinating and a little scary, don't you think? It's like our brains are constantly chasing the next dopamine hit. Social media is a perfect example. Every like, comment, or notification is designed to trigger dopamine, making it so addictive.
Absolutely. It's a double-edged sword. On one hand, dopamine helps us pursue goals and enjoy life's pleasures. But on the other hand, too much reliance on these quick dopamine fixes can lead to problems like addiction, procrastination, and even burnout. Have you experienced this?
Yes, especially with my phone. I've caught myself falling down the rabbit hole of endless scrolling. It's like my brain is wired to keep going even when I know it's not healthy. Have you made any changes to manage your dopamine habits?
I have. One thing I've done is limit my screen time and turn off non-essential notifications. I also try to focus on activities that give me a long-term dopamine, like exercising or learning something new, instead of relying on quick fixes. It's not easy though.
That's a great approach. I've started doing something similar, like replacing endless YouTube binges with reading or going for a walk. It's not as instantly gratifying, but it feels more fulfilling in the long run. Why do you think we fall for these quick dopamine hits so easily?
I think it's because our brains evolved to seek rewards for survival, like finding food or staying safe. But in today's world, we're surrounded by artificial triggers, like junk food, video games, and social media, which hijack the system. It's no wonder we feel hooked.
That makes sense. I have read that too much stimulation can actually dull our dopamine response, meaning we need more and more just to feel the same level of satisfaction. That's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Exactly. It's why balance is so important. Dopamine itself isn't bad. It's how we interact with it. Learning to delay gratification and focus on meaningful rewards can make a big difference. Have you heard of dopamine detoxing?
Yes, it's about taking a break from overstimulating activities to reset our brain reward system. People try it by avoiding social media, junk food, or even TV for a day or two. Have you tried it?
I have, and it's eye-opening. At first, it feels boring because you're so used to constant stimulation. But then, you start appreciating simpler things, like going for a walk or having a good conversation. It's like pressing the reset button for your brain.
That sounds challenging but rewarding. I might give it a shot. It's amazing how something as small as dopamine can have such a massive impact on how we live. Listeners, what do you think? Have you noticed how dopamine influences your habits?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you tried dopamine detox, tell us about your experience. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, small challenges can lead to big improvements in your life.
See you next time on Learn and Grow. Stay curious and keep growing.
Now, let's explain idioms and expressions. Number 1, getting a lot of buzz. It means receiving a lot of attention or interest. For example, dopamine is getting a lot of buzz lately.
Number 2, feel-good chemical, something that makes you feel happy or satisfied. For example, dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical.
Number 3, double-edged sword. It means something with both positive and negative effects. For example, social media and dopamine can be a double-edged sword.
Number 4, falling down the rabbit hole, becoming deeply involved in something, often losing track of time. For example, I fell down the rabbit hole of endless scrolling.
Number 5, quick fixes. It means easy or temporary solutions that don't address the bigger problem. For example, social media gives you a quick dopamine fixes.
Number 6, in the long run, over a longer period of time. For example, exercising is more rewarding in the long run than scrolling through your phone.
Number 7, hooked. It means addicted or unable to stop doing something. For example, many people feel hooked on their phones because of dopamine hits.
Number 8. Slippery slope. A situation where one step leads to increasingly worse consequences. For example, overstimulation can be a slippery slope to dulling your dopamine response.
Number 9. Delay gratification. It means to resist immediate rewards for a more significant result later. For example, learning to delay gratification helps to balance dopamine.
Number 10. Pressing the reset button. Starting fresh or giving yourself a break. For example, a dopamine detox feels like pressing the reset button for your brain.
Thank you and see you next time on Learn and Grow.